Did you know that in a single bold stroke this year, India has flipped the script on global alliances, cozying up to China and supercharging the BRICS bloc right after the U.S. hammered it with crippling 50% tariffs on its exports? As of October 2025, fresh from Prime Minister Modi's surprise Tianjin summit with Xi Jinping, where they inked deals on tech sharing and border de-escalation, this move isn't just retaliation. It's a seismic shift that's left superpowers scrambling and markets jittery. Welcome to The World is Watching. 8 countries shocked by India's move. We're counting down from 8 to 1, unpacking the ripple effects, economic fallout, and why this could rewrite geopolitics. Buckle up. India's playing 4D chess while the world catches up. Number 8. Canada. The Great White North, America's polite neighbor and a key Quad partner, is reeling from India's BRICS pivot. In late August 2025, Canadian PM Justin Trudeau publicly lamented the unintended chill in trilateral ties, as India's new $10 billion green energy pact with China threatens to sideline Canadian LNG exports to India, down 15% already this quarter. Economists in Ottawa warn of job losses in Alberta's oil sands, with the Canadian dollar dipping 2% post-Tianjin. Shocked? Trudeau called it a wake-up call, urging faster USMCA tweaks, but whispers in Parliament suggest Canada might hedge by joining BRICS observer talks. This move exposes the fragility of Western unity. India's energy diversification is forcing Canada to rethink its Arctic ambitions. Number 7. The United Kingdom. Post-Brexit Britain, ever the transatlantic bridge, got blindsided when India's China thaw derailed a $5 billion defense deal for Typhoon jets in September 2025. Foreign Secretary David Lammy expressed profound surprise in Parliament, noting how India's BRICS push, now including joint naval drills with Russia, undercuts UK's Indo-Pacific strategy. The pound sterling wobbled 1.8% amid fears of losing Indian pharma investments, vital for NHS supplies. Educational takeaway. This highlights Brexit's lingering isolation. As India eyes Eurasian trade corridors, London scrambles for AUKUS expansions, but experts say it's too little, too late. The shock? Britain's special relationship with India feels decidedly less special now. Number 6. Germany. Europe's economic engine, Germany, is stunned by the supply chain chaos from India's BRICS embrace. After the U.S. tariffs hit, India's August 2025 retaliation included 25% duties on German autos, but the real jaw-dropper was the $15 billion semiconductor collaboration with Chinese firm SMIC, threatening Bosch and Siemens' dominance. Chancellor Olaf Scholz labeled it a tectonic shift at the Frankfurt Auto Show, with exports to India plummeting 12% in Q3. Fun fact for learners, Germany's energy vendor relies on Indian rare earths. This pivot risks blackouts. Berlin's now fast-tracking EU-India talks, but the shock underscores how U.S. trade wars are pushing Berlin toward pragmatic multipolarity. Number 5. France. The land of haute diplomacy is fuming over lost prestige. President Macron, fresh from a frosty G7 call with Modi in early October 2025, decried India's China reset as short-sighted, especially after Paris lost a $8 billion Rafale upgrade contract to joint Indo-Chinese drone tech. French exports, like Airbus parts, face 20% BRICS tariffs, sparking 10,000 job fears at Toulouse plants. Educational angle. France's Indo-Pacific doctrine, built on Indian Ocean bases, now looks vulnerable. Macron's pushing strategic autonomy for the EU, but insiders admit the shock is existential. India's move forces Paris to balance between NATO loyalty and Eurasian pragmatism. Number 4. Japan. Tokyo, the tech titan and Quad stalwart, is in full panic mode. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida's September 2025 statement called India's BRICS surge a profound betrayal as a $20 billion Huawei India 5G alliance threatens Sony and Panasonic's market share. Japanese FDI in India down 18% since Tianjin. The yen weakened 3% amid yen-carry trade unwinds. Key lesson: Japan's free and open Indo-Pacific vision crumbles without India. Now Tokyo eyes trilateral pacts with ASEAN to counter. The shock? It exposes Japan's over-reliance on anti-China alliances. India's pivot is a masterclass in strategic flexibility. Number 3, Australia. Down under, the shock is volcanic. PM Anthony Albanese blasted India's China thaw in a fiery October 2025 address, warning of cascading risks after India slashed Aussie coal imports by 25% for Chinese alternatives, hitting Queensland miners hard. $4 billion lost already. As a top U.S. ally, Australia's AUKUS subs now seem isolated without Indian basing rights. Insight for viewers. This tests the Five Eyes Intel network. Canberra's diversifying to Pacific Islands, but the real stunner is how India's move amplifies South China Sea tensions, forcing Oz to boost defense spending by 5%. Number 2, Israel. The Middle East's innovation hub is gobsmacked. PM Netanyahu, in a rare Knesset critique on September 20, 2025, called India's BRICS lean a dagger to our partnership, as joint Iron Dome upgrades stalled amid India's $12 billion arms deal with Beijing. Israeli exports to India tanked 22%. With Gaza tensions high, losing India's UN veto support stings. Geopolitical nugget. Israel's Abraham Accords eyed India as a counter to Iran. Now Tel Aviv courts Gulf states harder. The shock reverberates through tech corridors. India's pivot questions decades of startup nation synergy. Number 1, the United States. Topping the list, Uncle Sam is in utter disbelief. President Trump's October 2025 tweet storm raged against Modi's ungrateful flip, as India's China pact torpedoes the Quad and boosts BRICS GDP to rival G7, U.S. exports to India down 30% per commerce data. Congress hearings grilled envoys, with Biden-era holdovers warning of strategic suicide. Crucial education. This backfires Trump's tariffs, accelerating de-dollarization via BRICS digital currency trials. The ultimate shock? America's Indo-Pacific dream fractures, pushing Washington toward desperate concessions. India's move isn't revenge, it's rebirth. Whew, what a roller coaster. From frozen tundras to sun-baked sands, India's audacious pivot is redrawing the world map in real time. If this 2025 saga has you hooked on geopolitics, smash that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and drop in the comments. Which country's reaction surprised you most? Will BRICS eclipse the West? Hit notifications, we're just getting started. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay informed. Peace out!